Dear SKIM family, Bagunnara, let me begin with an apology. When you all gathered to mark the 30 years mark, sadly, I'm not in a position to be in that room. A consulting project has tied me down. Unfortunately, I'm not in a position to commit it, especially after my around 2.5 long sabbatical, chasing the theme, and about a dozen different book projects also. I know I have been a ghost in this group, silent, and many of you carried me, sometimes literally on the back of your bikes. That silence must look like an ingratitude. It isn't. So let me break it, just this once, and tell you how a Mallu ended up as one of you. I'm the monkey trap prodigal son from the God's own country, Kerala. Beautiful, green, and known for its backwaters and Kantara fame Theyyam. But thanks to our communist comrades, something of an industrial desert. So, after my engineering degree, I packed my bags to Bombay, chasing the future on the shop floor. It didn't take too long to learn my place. To Bombay, I was just another lungi-wearing Kala Madrasi. And my industrial engineering degree specialized in total quality management wasn't going to take me beyond the shop floor. So I decided my answer was to move up in the chain with an MBA in finance. So I packed my bags again, this time to Hyderabad, to my uncle, who gave me a refuge in Hyderabad. Then my curious mind found a loophole. Every university in Andhra, one seat was reserved for out-of-state candidates, students. It's called National Integration Quota. So I sat for the MBA entrance exam at every university in Andhra Pradesh state. I aced most of them. Suddenly, this Mallu had offers from almost every university campuses in Andhra Pradesh. So among them, I chose SKIM. The campus enchanted me. Built on an IIM Bangalore template. A true gift from Neelam Sanjeeva Reddy, hometown's ex-past president. But honestly, it was in the buildings. When I came for the interview, the faculty and the seniors treated this nervous outsider with such a warmth. That decision made itself. Once I joined, I discovered the campus had its own quiet politics. Reddys, Kamas, the Dalit Christians, and its own age-old Anantapurian zamindari system, and so on. Each had its camp. And me, I was the lone non-Telugu, a member of no factions, which turned out to be a gift. I became a neutral man. The bridge, the true national integrator. I picked my Telugu one friendship at a time. These diplomatic skills were the best learning I ever had. And that helped me throughout my career. In faraway land, I've been to around 18 plus countries, for projects and then a profession and as a person also, especially with my volunteer roles in Project Management Institute. Transplanted I felt at home. Seniors were kind, juniors were kinder. Somehow, the seniors and the juniors, they voted me as the most friendly junior and the senior of the award. I will take that over any gold medal. And here is a confession that still embarrasses me. To this day, I cannot ride a bike. But it never mattered because every one of you found room for me in the back of yours. On those bikes, we rode out to Batlagundu on the weekends, for toddy, the palm wine, under the beautiful bluish Anantapurian sky. The biker gang taught me Telugu the most authentic way. Not in the classroom, but in the front rows of downtown Anantapurian theatres at the second show. Mutamesri, State Rowdy, Jilla Rowdy, the whole Chiranjeevi canon. With NTR and Nagarjuna for good measure. And Swami, you made me a lifelong Rajinikanth fan. Afterward, in the evening was a ritual. A plate of uganni with kadmarchi, washed down with a cutting tea. That cup strong tea, almost in Iranian style tea. Thick with buffalo milk, I can still taste it. Chitravati Hostel was our oasis in the dry landscape. Papu and Perigu in the weekdays, chicken curry in the weekends, and the constant hum of friends. I was lucky enough to room with Varaprasad, son of a police officer whom nobody wanted to mess with. A wonderful soul who happened to own one of the finest bikes in town. We were spoiled really. We had the finest amenities of the time. The college won trips to Goa, Bangalore, Mangalore, wherever the road led in the name of industrial visits. And our campus lab, computer lab, was the best in those early days of PC. I stayed back over the weekend, over the holidays, just to abuse it. I was never a bookworm, even though I happened to write over a dozen to teach others. The professors pushed me to chase the projects beyond the syllabus and the books. And that changed my course of my life. A techno-economic feasibility study took me to the Rayala wind farms, working with the local Renewable Energy Development Corporation's Anantapur office. Standing in those wind fields, I stumbled onto what now I call it as a mystery of capital. Every filthy rich Indian corporation was pouring money into the renewables. Not to save the planet, but to take the few dollar tax write-off. That thread pulled me forward. It led me to the final year project at NEPC Corporations, just before it went bankrupt with NEPC Airlines project. Then to Onida's Merchant Bank division in Madras, riding on the IPO craze. Those small projects planted a seed that never stopped growing. Into the Sun Edison, Brookfield Renewables, These are some of the largest renewable corporations in the world. And eventually, moving a good chunk of my own retirement savings to the China's renewable sector. Everything I think about energy, capital today, and over a half a dozen books on strategic sectors I wrote, it is all based on the mystery of capitalism I learned in those Rayala wind farm projects. I still can trace back to my student project at SKIM, including at SKIM. The West loved the college dropouts, Bill Gates and the rest. We had our own. I remember being baffled when Anand Reddy buried himself in the cupboard and walked away in the final semester. When Swami followed, then Jagu and Moody and others. I thought they were all crazy, but they were just ahead of me. After my MBA, I packed my bags to Bombay once more. This time to join Anand Rathi, the firm of the former president of Bombay Stock Exchange. But those Cobol rebels had planted an idea in my brain. What if I take my MBA in finance and my industrial engineering background, find a matchmaking in the technology arena? So I came back to Hyderabad, talked my way into the Ban ERP training at Software Technology Park. And Jagu, bless you, you covered the fee when I couldn't afford. From there, Visualsoft picked me up in their campus drive. That became my cybercoolie passport to Gringoland. These days, I admit, I live too much inside my own cocoon, surfacing only during the business trips to meet with Jagu or Moody or Swami or whichever the town I am in, or once in a while in a phone call with them. 30 years on, half a world away on the banks of mighty Mississippi River here in Memphis, I see one thing very clearly. I didn't just earn a degree from SKIM. I was adopted by it. You taught a lungi-wearing Mallu how to belong, how to ride pillions through life, and trust people holding the handlebars. I'm sorry, I can't be with you. So raise a glass of Batlagundu toddy, the palm wine, for me. Watch a masala movie, second show after me, for me. And know how the silent man in this group has never, for a single day, forgotten one of you. With love and gratitude, your tiger rider, reformed, and a little less ungrateful. Thank you. Have a wonderful time.